Okay. How are we doing? Here we go. You know, oh man, there's a spider right here. There's been so many spiders, and this is the third spider I've caught today. It's a little guy. What am I going to do with you? Uh, well, he's crawling up. I'm just going to let him hang. You go survive, little spider. Little spider's going to go live another day. The more I grow in life, the less I want to kill stuff for some reason. I don't know why. I've, you know, I'm definitely here for hunting. Like I think hunting's good. Just bugs and stuff. Like they don't have a good life to start, and you might as well just let them just live an extra day if you can. So spiders, I'll let them live now. I used to kill them, but um, you know, now we're letting the spiders live. I usually won't let them live in my house like I just did on the podcast, but I didn't really want to be too morbid, right? So let that thing live. And yeah, so last podcast my camera died or something and didn't have a camera, so what do you think about this? If you're watching, what do you think about this? I'm pretty impressed so far. And yeah, I was just saying I need to get a different camera. And, you know, I just realized my wife has a Canon camera and a Canon camera. And I decided, hey, let's use that. She's sleeping, baby's sleeping. And this is when I shine. This is when I hop on the podcast. It's my new thing. So I'm on night duty for the baby. Technically, I could be sleeping right now, but I like to stay up. I took a nap, midday nap, and I'm staying up now. So I'll stay up till 12 a.m. I'll wait until she needs more milk, until the baby needs more milk, and yeah, just do a podcast now, and this is my thing. And pretty excited that I got this camera set up, and hopefully my wife is okay with me using it because I don't really want to buy another camera right now. It's just another expense you got to deal with, and why buy another camera when we got a perfectly good Canon here? So this was another spontaneous podcast, and I just decided to hop on because I did one a couple days ago, and now we're on a roll again. We're like getting excited about the podcast again, so yeah, just hopping on. I went through a little obsession about finding a new Roomba, iRobot Roomba vacuum cleaner. They're a vacuum cleaner that it's a robot. It's a little circle, and it goes around and cleans. And I have one for the basement here, and I love it. Love it in the basement. It's so awesome. Turn it on, it'll clean the whole place up. No, I wanted to get one for upstairs, and then I was looking on Facebook, and I'm just like looking for this Roomba, and I was gonna spend $100. And then my wife's like, you should go like probably test it up there and see if you want to actually get a Roomba, see if it works, makes sense. And I was like, okay. So I tried it out. Turns out it sucks. I had like 3 people on Marketplace like asking me, hey, are you still interested in my Roomba? So now I kind of ghosted them, and I need to probably respond and let them know, like, sorry, I'm not interested in your Roomba anymore. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm poor people, and on Facebook now you have to be good because you get rated, and then your ratings are shown publicly. So you can't really mess around with people too much anymore. One time on Facebook, I was selling a bunch of wood, bunch of plywood. Had a bunch of extra plywood laying around, and then one guy said he was going to come pick it up, $50. $50 for 10 sheets of plywood. Little did I know that's a pretty good deal. So another guy, this guy said he's on the way from a few cities away. He didn't answer me for like an hour, so I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Where is this guy coming still? He wasn't answering his phone. Another guy said, hey, I'll come pick it up within 5 minutes and I'll give you $100 for it all. And I was like, oh yeah, let's go. So I basically messaged the guy that originally said he was on his way. He wasn't answering, and I said, "Hey, don't worry about it. Haven't heard from you, so whatever." Then this guy came and he helped me load up all the plywood into his truck. And then as we're loading it up, the original guy rolls up, and then he was pissed. And he was he was saying, "You can't do that. That's against the rules." And then I was like, "You know what? It's Facebook, man. There's no rules. Like, sorry." And I felt, I had to stand my ground. I felt like I had to stand my ground there. And I kind of told him to leave, and I said, if you guys want to make a deal, like, you can, but this guy, I took his money already, and if we're loading it into his truck, he stopped responding. And I should have, it was on me, but I was standing my ground. I was being a little bit stubborn, and then I basically told the guy, like, you gotta leave, get out of here. He left, and then he gave me a 1-star rating, and I deserved that 1 star, I think. He rated me as a seller, and yeah, he rated me one star, and then he left a comment saying that I drove out to pick something up and he decided to sell it to someone else. That's accurate. And I had to deal with that. So and then that's when I first realized that you were required to get rated on Facebook. And that's a bit of a game changer. I've had people not show up and stuff. I've gone to go meet people, but I've also, oh man, Facebook is just like, I've done so much Facebook selling, and I think I've made some pretty good money on there, and I've got free stuff. I've sold it on there just to try and make extra cash. Like, you find something or whatever, or you get something you see something for cheap on like a Facebook website, and then you go pick it up, and or like a Facebook group, like there's all neighborhood groups that sell things, like bidding wars. There's one called, and like buy, sell, get all these stuff, and then you sell it on the actual marketplace. People buy stuff for like a lot more, and yeah, I've had a lot of people come by, pick things up. Like, it's pretty crazy how much like extra money you can really get from flipping things. And that's not like the most rewarding way to make money, but I don't really do it so much anymore, but like if and like, not to say that I won't ever do it again, I probably will. Like, it's you could, feel like, make a full living off of it if you really put your if you have a truck, even if you don't have a truck, if you have any vehicle, you may be able to make a living off of it, especially if you're really good with electronics and like values of electronics. And one time this is a really bad one. So my karma for Facebook Marketplace is like pretty 50-50. I've done like some nice things, and I've done some like not so nice things. And I think the more fun ones are, actually, I got a few stories about. I got a nice one that I did, but I'll tell you more about the not nice thing. So I found a cell phone. Okay, I found a cell phone. It was on the roof of a building, and I found a cell phone, and I decided to charge it up and see what's up. It was a Galaxy of some sort. I get it loaded up, and I don't think there's a password. I think I was able to get right into it. So I get into the cell phone, and I'll try, like, so basically I go, I start snooping around, because I'm like, I'm going to find the rightful owner of this phone and get this guy, or girl, whoever he or she, I'll get their phone back. And then I get into this phone, and I'm looking at the text messages and stuff, and it seemed like it was like a kind of a sketchy person. Like, let's just say that. It was a sketchy person doing sketchy text messages with people. And it seemed like they were like maybe addicted to some drugs. And I was like, oh no, what do I do? And then I start going in, and then it turned out this person didn't seem like such a good person. And then I went into the internet browser, because I'm just I gotta see what this guy. I gotta check the internet history. I don't know, just silly old me. I go into the internet history and just the most like outrageous porn you could think of. Um, just everything bad, like everything bad. That's all. That's all I'll say. Without getting too graphic with it. So I just like that's a point where I could probably just say I should just say exactly what it is, but I'll chill because I never know who's gonna listen to this. So yeah, after I find out all this kind of gross stuff, I was like, let me look up this phone, and then it turns out it was actually like a pretty decent phone, and all my I wherever I was leaving, wherever I found it, I figured out how to factory wipe the phone, so I factory wiped the phone, and then basically just sold the phone. And is that a crime? I don't know. I don't know. Did I just admit to a crime? I don't shit. I don't know, man. Um, this is all like allegedly speaking. Allegedly speaking. I don't know. Now I feel like an idiot. So yeah, that's no, that didn't actually happen. None of that happened. That was just all hypothetical. A nice thing I've done on Facebook Marketplace is one time an elderly lady bought something for me. Can't remember what it was. Bought something for me, and she gave me the money, and she gave me like way more money. Oh, baby's crying. Ooh, baby's crying. One sec. I got her. Oh, I got her. I'm not supposed to have her on the podcast that I post, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. She's going to sleep. Oh no! I'm trying to hide your face. I'm trying to hide your face. Okay. Go to sleep here. Hey. Hi. Put your head down. Put your head down. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Baby's crying. Okay. Dude, I'm like new to this, man. Okay. If I can get her just chilling on my chest, I could just keep ripping this podcast, but I feel like I'm trying to hide her face. She's not comfortable. Okay. But anyway, so hopefully I'm hiding her face right now so we could just keep on going because I think she's falling asleep. And that would be chill. But yeah, so basically, a lady gave me too much money and I gave it back to her. I said, "Oh, you gave me too much money," and I gave it back to her, and that made me happy. But then I was like, as I was walking away, I was like, I could have just had double the amount of money for that. It's like the devil and the angel on your shoulder, and yeah, but yeah, here we go. We're sleeping now. Some baby ASMR. There we go. Yeah, she's sleeping now. So I'm covering her face. So hopefully mommy lets us post this. That'd be chill. But if not, that's okay. I've been doing some solo podcasts, or not solo, duo podcasts with the baby, and yeah, she's still not talking much. She's only 6 weeks old, so she's only 6 weeks old, and she doesn't know really what she's doing yet. But, yeah, she's a little bit awake right now. And yeah, closing her eyes. It's late. It's 11:30 p.m. right now, so she's definitely learning how to do her whole schedule. And hopefully, you never know how long that's going to last, that schedule. But we're going to make sure you're on track one day, and you're going to become a good citizen of the world and learn from Dowdy's mistakes of being a good person on Facebook Marketplace and not a bad person. And that's what it comes down to. So my karma is like 50-50 on Facebook. I've oh I could just keep admitting to bad things I've done on Facebook. I don't want to get banned, but I've I shouldn't say what I've done in front of you. I should only tell you the good things. I got sold an iPad. I got sold an iPad that was locked, and then the lady ghosted me. So I did the same thing to someone else. It's there. But I sold it for less. But I still did it to someone else. So there you go. That's a bad one. And I sold a loft bed. So a loft bed is like a bed that has it's like a bunk bed, but the bottom's open and there's only a top bunk. And I sold that to a husband and wife, a young husband and wife, and said they were very excited because it was like their kid. This was their kid's birthday present. And I thought that was sweet. I thought that was awesome. And do you want to know the bad part of that story? Is that I made $100 on it. So that's where the bad part is, I guess. I don't know. Man. I was doing it as a little side hustle for a while, so anyway, I think this is going to have to be a bit of a shorter podcast just because I got the baby here. And she, not that she's bad. She's actually very, very good. But I don't necessarily know if I'm okay to post this with her in my arms like this. So maybe I'll check with Mama and we'll see. But I mainly just wanted to test the camera out. And yeah, I think this is going to look really good and hopefully professional. And if it doesn't look professional, that's okay. I don't really care. I'm just like doing it because I like it. And yeah, and I was scared that I was losing it again. So just wanted to hop on here and say what's up. And I really hope I could post this one. That'd be cool. I feel really stupid about telling all those bad things about Facebook Marketplace. So hopefully it's okay. Just don't. I hope you don't think I'm a bad guy. I'm mainly good. I've never done anything like too bad. The worst one was the plywood. So the worst one was definitely the plywood, and I felt bad about that. But I've never like outright scammed somebody. Like people just outright scam on Marketplace. But yeah. Anyway, what else? Anything else we can touch on? Nope, the world's still different between Canada and the United States. Everybody's still pissed at each other, and we'll see what happens when the new federal government of Canada gets elected. And it's still a bit of a gong show. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, maybe Canada will become a part of the United States, or maybe we'll stay separated. So pretty crazy that that's actually a possibility. I don't think it will happen, but if it does, it'll be a pretty crazy time to live in. Little baby here is gonna be growing up in some crazy times. I hope that it's gonna be a good life for you. It will be. Everything's gonna work out just fine. Anyways, too bad we have to cut it off right now, but that's okay. We'll just add it to the archive and keep on building. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.